This was my goal physique when I first started, but I weighed around 100 pounds and was painfully skinny. To bulk up, I tried tons of workout programs, diets and supplements. I made all the classic mistakes, but after years of trial and error, books, and struggling through different programs, I finally worked out how to make some progress. Nobody's mistaking me for Ronnie Coleman, for a couple of reasons, but I know how frustrating it is to be called a stick, chicken legs, or too skinny. Like, no matter what you do, you stay the same. But trust me, you can change that, as I did. So here's my full guide on everything that actually worked for me.
Believe it or not, lifting weights is the easy part of gaining muscle. The hard part is nutrition.
To gain weight, you need to be in a calorie surplus, consuming more food than you burn. But as a skinny guy, your metabolism and appetite can make this incredibly difficult, more than most people will ever realise. Fortunately, there's tricks to get more calories in without feeling sick and bloated. Firstly is liquid calories. This is 500 calories of fruit juice, next to 500 calories of fruit. It's a lot easier to drink calories than it is to eat them, so adding fruit juices, milkshakes and protein shakes to your diet will help massively. I had a small food budget when I first started, so I made a 1000 calorie bulking shake that I drink every day based on 𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐳 1961 suggestions. This is what I attribute a lot of my progress to. Here's all of the ingredients if you want to try it. You can switch to peanut butter for olive oil, Biscoff or Nutella if you want to change things up. Next is calorie dense foods. Here's 500 calories of nuts, next to 500 calories of cucumbers. Typically, you want food to have a lower water content, lower fibre content, higher fat or carb content, and more importantly, it should be something you enjoy. To maximise muscle growth, you're going to be getting around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day, but protein can be quite filling, so don't worry about dropping this a little bit, if it helps you get the calories in. In an ideal world, you'll be consuming 80% nutritious foods, but because calories are so important, it's okay to eat more junk foods until your appetite increases. For example, here's 1000 calories of high volume salad, next to 1000 calories of McDonald's, and 1000 calories of calorie-dense, healthy bulking foods. These last two are more suitable for bulking up. Just make sure not to overshoot your calories massively. Lean bulking is best for most people. I used to try those epic calorie challenges to gain weight rapidly, but it would just leave me feeling sick and put me off food. If you're able to stomach this every day, you'll just gain an unnecessary amount of fat. A 500 calorie surplus is plenty. It's better to be gradual and have a bit more patience. Tracking calories helped me massively. I used to think I ate a lot, until I actually tracked and realised I was only having like 2,500 calories. One of the best ways to get more calories was to stick to eating meals at the exact same time each day, with reminders on my phone. Here's some of the most affordable and convenient foods that I use to bulk up. Peanut butter, chocolate milk, whey protein, eggs, oats, mixed nuts, canned fish and bananas. Just please don't try to eat like a bodybuilder. You don't need to make yourself and everyone in a 10-meter radius gag every time you open your Tupperware. I can't advocate for seasoning your food enough. Add high-calorie sauces to pastas and rice. Use good amounts of oil and plenty of cheese. If you eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, switching to fruit juices or dried fruits isn't the worst idea, since it'll be lower fibre and help you get the calories in without feeling overly bloated. We still want to keep these in though, because they help you feel good, and nutrient deficiencies can negatively impact your ability to gain muscle. As for supplements, a multivitamin as an insurance policy can help prevent deficiencies, but if you have a smaller budget, I would just go with creatine, the most evidence-based supplement for gaining muscle, and then maybe a protein powder for convenience. Muscle-boosting supplements are often just a scam. It's far easier and more effective to make a cheaper and more nutritious weight gain shake with whole foods at home. The truth is, there's nothing special about supplements. It's better to get what you need from your food, but they can help. Staying hydrated is important, because being dehydrated can negatively impact your performance in the gym, which is where you're going to be training to ensure the weight you gain is mostly muscle. There's tons of viral workouts on TikTok, but the most important thing, which helped me progress, was sticking to a structured program. This will ensure you're training with a good amount of volume, frequency, and with sensible exercises in order to build muscle. I'd recommend starting with a 3 to 4 time per week split that prioritizes compound movements like the squat, the bench, the deadlift, and pull-ups. If you're uncomfortable squatting, you can switch to a similar but less intimidating movement like a hack squat, while you build up your confidence. Please don't get overwhelmed with trying to do everything optimally. A suboptimal exercise done consistently is far better than an optimal exercise that you don't do. The most important thing to focus on is progressive overload. You want to aim to add more weight to the bar or do the same weight for more reps each week. Don't overcomplicate it.
Stop all the scientific mumbo jumbo. Train harder. Harder!
I made the best progress when I started each day with a heavy compound movement. No crazy advanced intensity techniques or confusing Instagram progression methods. If you'd like an exact program, there's plenty for free on Boostcamp, which is the best workout tracking app that I recommend to most people. It has tons of programs from my favourite fitness channels. I've also created a 12-week bulking program if you have access to Premium, which focuses on the compound movements, but also bringing up the muscles to help you look more symmetrical, especially the shoulders, the upper chest, and the arms, which has been my focus recently, areas which are particularly difficult to build as a skinnier guy. If you use my code BRETT, it gives you a trial to Premium. Now, if you don't have a gym, you can still make great progress with basic weights at home, or bodyweight even, with calisthenics. But the most important thing is to pick a program and stick to it. Please don't program hop like I used to. I think it's best to have an evidence-based program, evidence-based form, but then train with the intensity of a bro, and avoid ego lifting. I used to put as much weight on the bar as possible, because I was scared of looking weak, but this will just keep you weaker for longer, and I promise you, people are more impressed to see you lifting an appropriate amount of weight with good form. The gym is supposed to be where you break down your muscles, not your joints and spine. Now, it's easy to see your time off of the gym, or rest days, as time spent slacking off, but it's better to see this as part of the plan, because it's just as important.
If sleep weren't a normal thing, it would be a banned substance. It is the most powerful thing that everyone has in their toolbox and so few people use.
It's just not marketed like the latest supplement, because people can't make money from it. Getting over 7 hours of sleep will help you recover faster and make it easier to digest the extra food you'll be eating. My best tip is to have a 60-minute wind-down routine before bed. For more on sleep, I've made this video here for you. Now, rest days. Time off for the gym, or deloads every 6 to 8 weeks, are a good opportunity to let fatigue dissipate, give your body a break, and enjoy whatever it is you do in your free time. I used to feel very anxious whenever I didn't train, but this is a big mistake, because excessive stress can negatively impact muscle growth, and it's just not needed. Recovery is just as important as the rest of the plan, if you want to progress as quickly as possible. But by far the biggest difference between me before and me now isn't a particular training or diet tip though, it's habits. The cheat code to bulking up fast. If you have the habits of a bulkier person, with enough time you'll bulk up, and it's as simple as that. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. My top 3 fitness habit methods. Number 1, temptation bundling. I realised it is much easier to drink my turbo bulk shake after the gym while watching my favourite fitness YouTubers, because my appetite was higher and my annoyance at being skinny was still fresh after getting pinned by the bar, and pairing it with a more enjoyable activity meant I actually stuck to it. Number 2 is 2-minute habit triggers. Motivation wanes. To make sure I stick to my gym sessions, I have a simple 2-minute routine where I put my gym clothes on, I have a coffee, and listen to aggressive music, at which point it becomes more uncomfortable to not train. And number 3 is habit stacking. It's far easier to attach a new habit to an already existing one because of the way the brain works. I already revised every day, so I just added in a 400-calorie flapjack. These were insanely cheap from B&M Bargains, so I had a massive stash ready to go for this. The fastest way to form a new habit is to attach it to an already existing one. In the meantime, you want to implement systems that can make sticking to habits easier. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. You want to make it as difficult as possible for you to not bulk up and gain muscle. If you stick to non-negotiable meal slots, it'll be a lot easier to get the calories in. A gym accountability partner can make it much easier to stick to the gym, and building a stash of snacks and recipe ideas you love will make bulking up far easier, to the point where it becomes too easy to overeat and you need to dial things back a bit. Implementing basic systems can make bulking like bowling with the railguards up. It's a lot more difficult to mess up, but the biggest piece of advice I have, if you take one thing away from this video, is to stop feeling bad about where you're at now or your rate of progress, and focus on your process. Social media can massively distort your expectations. Don't be scared of gaining a bit of fat. Fat loss is much faster than muscle gain. Not to mention, fat can help you fill out your t-shirts, and it's okay to not look ridiculously lean all the time. In fact, a proper commitment to a muscle gain phase will make this far easier in the long run. This is the approach I'd take if, like me, you're trying to reach your individual potential with body composition, health, and performance. I wish you the best of luck with things, and if you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe and submit any video requests you have below this video. I'd love something to read while I eat these 12 cucumbers.